Welcome back, everybody. So we have got a very special guest here with us today. So if you're looking for a gift to give one of your little ones for the holidays, you're in the right place. So here to talk about her new children's book, Aloud book, is author Linda Hickam and the creator of The Tale of Little Bit. So welcome. We love having you here.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so why don't you give us a little insight about The Tale of Little Bit?
All right, well, it's actually a real book and based on a real fish that was born in my pond. Homer and I have a little pond in the yard, and he was born with a handicap. His little tail was curved all the way, and so he could only swim in circles. And the other fish in the pond bullied him. They actually nipped him, and they wouldn't let him eat. And so we brought him inside to make him be able to thrive. Yes, we called him the $1,000,000 fish because he kept needing bigger and bigger aquariums. And all of our friends would see him on the kitchen table and say, "What's that strange little silly fish?"
Well, that is adorable. But so you were an editor for your husband for years, Homer Hickam. And tell me, what inspired you to write your own book?
Well, Homer wouldn't write this story, and I always said I'm not a writer, but he said, "You're the one that's passionate about this story. Why don't you write it?" I just started playing around with it, and it started really coming out, and Little Bit has his own personality. I always say it's a true story, except fish can't talk. So, but I felt like it had lessons for children in it. Not only the acceptance and the bullying, and how when we moved a little bit into the aquarium, we got him a friend that we named Buddy. And because Buddy was a special fish that accepted Little Bit, and he made Little Bit swim stronger in his little circles, and he accepted him, and so Little Bit became more confident. And when they got too big and we had to move them out into the pond, the other fish accepted him, and so it became a tale of friendship, and how with bullying, if you can have a friend that'll stand up to you, then you can turn that around, and how important that is.
Yeah, well, do you think that that's really the lesson that you want to give kids with this?
I do, and I've had beta readers, little 8-year-olds, and this is it's kind of for, it's definitely a read to your children up to 8-10 years old, but 8-year-olds can read it themselves, maybe a little younger, and the illustrations are just gorgeous in here. And my illustrator did such a wonderful job, but the lessons were learned by the 8-year-olds, that you should be kind, and that you should befriend someone that's having difficulty, another student that is bullied, or anyone of any age. That kindness is never the wrong thing to do, and friendship, and courage, and acceptance of any age, and that can't be wrong. And then while we were doing it, my illustrator was doing such a great job, we decided to do a little coloring book to go with it, of all the pond animals, and then I wrote something about it, so that you would learn. My publisher does a lot of student work, so in the back of my book also we have information about the real stuff about goldfish. So
that is wonderful. Well, if you were wanting a copy of The Tale of Little Bit, make sure you go to Ms. Hickam's upcoming book signing. So this is going to be at the South Huntsville Library, correct?
Yes.
And it will be November 9th from 2 to 4. So we appreciate you coming out, Ms. Hickam. It is such an honor, and hopefully you get to sell a lot of books on Saturday.
Thank you. Yes, and I just learned that our only Huntsville independent bookstore, Snail on the Wall and 5 Points, is carrying my book also, and I'm going to go autograph their copies, so you can get it locally if you can't come to my book signing this Saturday.
Perfect.
Please come. There's cake.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll be right back.